what do you do with all that beautiful content that you just created? And here's my challenge to you tonight. And you can choose to accept or not accept this challenge. But my challenge to you is don't let it go to waste. So you did a deep dive. You're probably going to spend hours on some of those tools because that's what we do as educators. We get excited about stuff. And now, what do you do with it? Like, um, you might deliver it live to your kids, which is totally fine. You might deliver it in a synchronous session, which is totally cool too. I suggest that you capture it somehow, either beforehand or as you're doing it, using some sort of screencasting tool. So here's my challenge. Whether you're comfortable with, and these are just a few of the many tools that you can use, Screencastify. Screencastify is a great tool right here. I'm not going to go too deep into it because I'm going to focus on Flipgrid in a second. Screencastify is great. You can record everything you're doing and saying on your screen. So basically, you would open up Screencastify, and let's pretend this whole slides presentation is something that I'm teaching students, like I'm trying to teach you. You can record and just say, okay, everybody, now, we're going to start with how to design flexible classroom materials. And this whole time, the kids are hearing your voice, they're seeing your material right here. And with Screencastify and Loom, you can even have your little face show up in the corner here, like mine isn't doing, but it could be doing with one of those tools. And then you just go through your content as you would. I mean, it's not as interactive when you do this, right? Because your kids aren't there live, but you're just going through your content. And you're basically like lecturing, like, okay, first we're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. You're going to show them everything. Then we're going to do this, blah, 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 show them everything. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed this. You press stop. And then your kids have that amazing little video that you just created to refer back to no matter what, no matter if they're in person or if they're at home or whatever, because kids, just like all of us, can't just listen to you say something once and remember it. They need to hear it over and over again, and they should hear it over and over again so that they can absorb it and they can reflect and they can do something with it. So think about that. That's your challenge. You have all these amazing tools. Even if you're presenting live during Google Meet, which I'll get to later, record the Google Meet, record what you're doing so that all your little beautiful content tools aren't going to waste, and you can use them over and over again. And the other thing I want to talk about is Flipgrid being maybe your one-stop shop. So forever, I was like using all these different tools like Screencastify, and I'm on a Mac, so I would use QuickTime Player on the Mac. And I was also using Flipgrid, and I was like, why am I not just using Flipgrid for all the things? Like, I can upload things, I can upload my content, and that's what I want to show you right now. So with Flipgrid, I don't know if you're aware of this, but they have this thing called Shorts now, and I'm going to click on it. So yes, you can use Flipgrid for all the amazing collaborative tools, which are great, but you can also use it to do a screencast and to kind of like be a part of your lesson delivery. So bear with me for a few seconds as I go through this. Using Flipgrid as a discussion, cool. I know a lot of you do it. That's awesome. You create topics, your kids interact with it. Yes, keep doing that. But Flipgrid has this thing called Shorts now, which to me is a game changer. And maybe it's not to you, but please indulge me for a second. So with Shorts, which is all up here, those of you that are familiar with Flipgrid, this is the way to navigate through all their different tools. With Flipgrid and Shorts, you can now do everything that Screencastify and Loom do, but with Flipgrid and with all the power of Flipgrid in the same spot, like in one place. You can also, which you couldn't do before with these Shorts, take them and post them somewhere. So why not make your life easier? Why not just use one tool that's versatile enough to do everything you need it to? And no, I don't work for Flipgrid, but why not just use one tool to make your life easier? Because you can create a session, you can create a screencast, you can create a video, you can upload and go over your stuff like I'm going to show you in a second. It saves right here, like this little dorky short that I made. I don't even know what this says actually. And then you just go on this little copy link and you click on the copy link, and then you post it literally anywhere you want. You can email it to your kids. You can put it in a chat during a Zoom or during a Google Meet, you can put it in a learning management system, whatever that may be. And kids don't have to log into anything. They just click on the link and it opens up and it plays for them. So, and that's really good for like a lot of our little learners too, that you don't want to have login to 8 million things. So it kind of makes, I think, everybody's life easier. And here's how you do it. So hopefully it remembered my, yep. Sorry. So you click on the record a short. And as soon as you click on record a short, the basics will pop up. So you have your camera. It'll probably initially ask you, just like it always does, for access to your camera, access to your microphone, allow all those things. And then here's what you have to work with. So you see you have a span of 10 minutes. Kids probably won't pay attention to longer than 10 minutes anyways, like adults can't. And then you have some tools to work with. So sit back and take a look at what you have to work with. Don't hit close on accident like I did last night, because then it doesn't save and then you get annoyed. But you have your recording tool right here. So nothing's recording right now. That's good, because we're going to go into some of the effects that you can use and some of the different options that you can use. Oh, and this is another option. So those of you that, if anyone knows Holly Clark, I just saw on one of her Facebook features last night that she just wanted people to know that you can use the mic only feature in Flipgrid Shorts. And with the mic only feature, you can just record your voice. So you can add this as a video file to add to anything you want. And then you can also upload clips that you've already created. So some video clips that you might want to mash together, maybe like a screen recording you've already done, and then you want to talk about it with your kids, you could do that too. You can also, you can mute yourself. So if you want to record your screen or record something without your audio, you can mute yourself. And then mirroring your, oopsie, I'll get rid of mic only. That's why that was right. You could mirror your video. I can't think of a reason to do that off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can, and it's really awesome. And then you can record your whole screen here too. Before you do that though, I want to show you some things you can do before you start recording your whole screen. So some of the things that you can do inside of Flipgrid that are tried and true favorites that you've probably used when you're just doing like a discussion for your kids, you can add your filters. So a lot of different filters here. We'll just go black and white, why not? And you can also add a frame, add different kinds of frames depending on what your content is. You know, this could be like a newsreel or something cute. To click happy, you can add emojis, you can add text. You can add your draw tools which is, helpful, because if you're focusing on your Google Slides and you want to edit over it and annotate over it, you can do that too. And you can adjust the color of your pen and the pen tool that you're using. You can also adjust the thickness. And then you can add a board here, which I think is real neat. And not only can you add a board, but you can split your screen. So let me go to, I don't know, let's just get a kind of boring little notebook. Hopefully no one's offended that I said boring, but then here's what you can do. You can split your screen. So here I come on my screen. I don't know what's more important, probably what I'm doing, not my face. But it's important for your kids to see your face, right? It is, whether you're comfortable being on the camera or not, it's important for your kids to see your face, especially for your kids that need to read your lips and hear what you're saying and see what you're saying. Maybe this filter wouldn't be the best. But now I have a place to work with on the right hand, or one side, and I have my face on the other side. So I'm going to go back to my other tools. You could also insert photos. So you could insert like a map or something right here. You could insert anything you want. You could take a screenshot of something, a lot of things you could do. And I'm also going to get my draw tool right here. So I'm ready to go. Let's do blue. All right. And now I close my tool options right here, and I can start recording. And I can already hear my old Mac making noises. So hopefully this works. If not, please try it on your own. This is good. This should be cool. So I hopefully have my marker going. Yes, I do. So you can start recording just like you would with any other Flipgrid video. You say, hi, everybody, happy to see you, whatever. Let's go over that one math problem again, and we'll do it slowly for those of you that didn't get it the first time. So we have, this is where my brain is tonight. We have our math problem. Okay, some of you made a mistake. Some of you didn't put the right symbol. That's how you do it. Go try again. I know you can do it. Let me know if you have any questions. Then you pause it. And as soon as you pause it, you could either keep recording, you could go back, you can do a whole bunch of different things, you could redo it, or you click on next. You say, hey, everybody, happy to see you, whatever. Let's go over that one math problem again, and we'll do it slowly for those of you that didn't get it the first time. So we have, all right, and sorry, that was so loud, everybody. And from here, you can trim, you can edit. Like I made that little weird squiggle at the beginning, or I was talking to my daughter or something that interrupted me, whatever. You can edit and you can customize it here. And you can also download the video from here, or you can keep moving into the next feature, which is actually keeping it in your Flipgrid library. And of course, that's what our faces always look like, right? Thanks, Flipgrid. So you might want to select a frame, might be like a specific frame in the video that that you want the kids to focus on, or you just take a selfie and whatever. I'm not going to get that out of the way right now. Just go confirm, give it a title, and you're done after you hit confirm. And then what it's going to do is it's going to upload your video depending on how long it is. It's going to save it to that little library that I showed you at the start. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And from here, you can do literally anything you want with it. So you can share it right directly to a Google Classroom if that's the LMS you're using. You can embed it somewhere. You can, again, this is another place to download it. Share it with a QR code. So you could like print this out if you're in person, or you can put it somewhere in a choice board or something. And then Microsoft Teams is on here, Remind's on here, and Twitter's on here. And if you do nothing right here and you don't copy it right here and just close it, that's okay, because it's right here in your library, and you just copy the link whenever you need to, and then you can do whatever you need to with the link, post it to all those places or not. And then the last thing I'm going to say about this is you can also take all these things and put them together in a mixtape, which I'm not going to get into right now, but a mixtape is a really cool place for you to kind of put a bunch of videos, make a video library for your kids to go through, and they never have to like go to YouTube or anything like that. They just have to stick right in Flipgrid. So that was my challenge to you, to use Flipgrid for everything it can be used for when designing your flexible lesson materials.